What up, and welcome. This is Matthew Msingati, the designer and developer. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Coded Design, where I teach coding and user interface design. This is video number 2 of a series titled 5-Minute PHP. I will try to explain PHP for absolute beginners in 5 minutes. So this is video number 2. You can please also watch video number 1. So let's get into it. What is PHP? PHP is a server-side programming language which runs on the server, which helps you, number one, to build application that can query information to the database and send it back to the client. Also, it can help you on creating dynamic HTML web pages. What is dynamic, or what are dynamic HTML pages? If you know HTML, you will know that it's just a mock-up. It needs CSS in order for it to look beautiful or prettier, and also it needs JavaScript in order for it to be functional. So if you want to make pages that can only maybe change this section of HTML without changing the entire section, or you are interested when you are loading the page, it will give you different results based on the request, then you can use PHP for that. And also get on maybe on something that you might be familiar with, it helps you with processing forms, HTML forms. If you have sent a form online on the internet, that will mean you have used PHP even if you are not aware. So let's just quickly talk about the server side. What do I mean by the server side? You have a computer or a laptop that you are using. That's a client system, or that's the client side, because the computer that you are using will always request a web page from the server, and the server will return that page. So when I'm saying a server side, I mean PHP is a server side scripting language that is sitting on a server rather than on your machine. So when I'm talking about a server side, that's what so it means like it's like just like in this picture, there is a very big giant computer sitting there with all the HTML files and the PHP script waiting to serve your computer. So as soon as you type on Google what is a server, and then the server will respond with all this information. So your computer is called the client because it's asking for something from the server. So let's continue. Okay, now let's get started. Let's set up the environment for working with PHP. I use Visual Studio Code for a text editor, so it helps me because it arranges things for me. It makes my life easier. How to download Visual Studio Code? We can just go to Google and type download Visual Studio Code. You click download Visual Studio Code, and then you will see a link to download Visual Studio Code, and then you can download it here. So for me, I use Visual Studio Code. As I've told you that PHP, it's a server-side scripting language, so that means it doesn't run locally. So how are we going to run PHP locally in our machine? That will mean we have to download another piece of software. So this is Visual Studio, then you can download it here. So that means we have to download another piece of software called XAMPP. We have to download another piece of software which is called XAMPP. So you just click here and follow the instruction. Once you downloaded it, it will ask for a setup. Once you are done setting it up, you can run it. So I'm already running it. So when it loads like this, and then you click start, and then how do you access a file? Then you will have to go to localhost and then click OK. So this is how you will see if your XAMPP is running or it's not running. At the moment, it looks like it's not running because let me just make sure that it's started here. That means it's running. Everything is running. Everything is green. So let me just load it again. As you can see now, it's refreshing. So this is how you see if your XAMPP is running. Otherwise, for me, this is where this video ends. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe and also watch the previous video, and also subscribe so that I can notify you for the next video where we continue. Thank you so much.